straight out of
NASA City, Houston, Texas.
Get ready for Tejano Time Podcast, Houston, Texas, tonight.
Giving you the news you can use and bringing you the hottest interviews in the Tejano industry.
It's about to go down with your host, Keith Leon. Houston, Texas.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Tejano Time Podcast starts
Now.
Please welcome your host, Keith Leon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tejano Time Podcast on this Monday. That's right, another great show for you lined up this evening. We would like to welcome to the show here on Tejano Time. Very first time she's been here on the radio. I mean, well, not the radio. She's been on my radio show, but she's been here on the podcast for the very first time. And we would love to welcome her with open arms, but she is actually via, camera. She's video right now. But check this out, okay? This is someone here. I mean, I've always loved her music. It's got great music, great voice, and classy at that, And I definitely want to introduce her right now the right way. Monica Saldivar, welcome to the show right here on the Tejano Time Podcast. We are happy to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. Finally, right? Finally, my first time.
Yes. I mean, we've talked before in the past. You've been on several of our jocks with our jocks on the radio, but first time here on the podcast, and it's going to be great. We would definitely would like to share your music with everybody out there. To everybody who is watching on Tejano TV as well, thank you so much. Anybody that's on, one of our Tejano Time podcasts on Facebook, YouTube as well. Share the live, guys. Share wherever you be watching from. Just share it for us if you guys don't mind. And feel free to chime in if you have any questions for Monica. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. But again, so how's life been treating you these days?
Oh, life's pretty busy. I mean, ultimately, busy is a good thing. I think one of my friends, I'm going to shout her out, Sylvia, she is the type of person that says busy and booked and busy, and then also blessed. So it's been a really good time in my life to be busy, and my music's going really, really well. I'm also teaching, so that's kind of what I do on the side. I do voice lessons and beginner piano lessons, and everything's going good right now.
Wow, yeah. Amazing. So voice lessons, piano lessons, and then you got to come back at home and deal with the podcast, right? It's all good. Exactly.
And
right.
then I also have my own too that I record with that said friend that I was talking about a minute ago, and just kind of trying that out and kind of seeing what we can do as far as podcasts. So
yeah. Amazing. Yes, and she's doing great things in the industry right now, guys. Just if you're watching the show, I mean, she's got some great music out. That some videos actually we're going to get to here during the show. We would like to share as well. Great projects, and I'm sure she's got more projects lined up, and we'll talk about those as the show goes on as well. So, what inspires your unique sound, and how do you stay true to your roots, Monica?
So ultimately, when I first started music, I was always about mixing things up because that's my upbringing with music. I had always loved Tejano music at a young age, but not so much to sing, but more or less as the listener, as somebody that consumed music. It was part of my upbringing. It was a part of, my family and I coming together and listening to music in the living room. Me and my brother watching Selena, like concerts and shows. And my brother is the one that actually influenced me to love Tejano music because of his love for Tejano music. But I was everywhere with my music. R&B, pop, blues, rock, whatever you could play on the radio, that's what I was listening to. And my dad influenced so much of different styles of rock, alternative, and my mom with the country, mariachi, and many different styles. And then me and my brother, my brother grew up with me as a 90s kid, and ultimately we had Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, but we also had Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. So yeah. I take all of the love that I have for music, including Tejano, and I love to mix it into different styles, and I try to incorporate that in my music and creating, and that was like my main thing when I first started working on my first CD, actually my first single. I got to work with Mario Ortiz on that. And I told him straight up, I'm like, look, I want my music obviously to have that Tejano flair that I knew he was good at creating as a producer,
Hmm.
but I want there to be a little twist of everything. Everything that you can possibly put in it, I want it to be in there because our music is definitely multicultural,
Yes.
definitely different styles. And so Mario was like, okay, let's do it.
Hmm.
And, that's why I feel like a lot of people really connect with Este Dolor, which is my first single. Um, there's different feelings to it. There's
Yeah.
different tastes, and I love that part of it. So I try to stay true to myself when it comes to what I grew up with.
Hmm.
It wasn't just one thing or another. I never wanted to put myself into like a little category or a box. So anytime that somebody comes to my show, they're gonna get a taste of everything.
Everything. Yeah, amazing. And I would say your family supports you 110% from your brother, your father, your mother. Everybody just, I mean, they play a big part in what you do, correct?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you don't see my family there, there's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, because ultimately, my dad worked for the postal service. He still, works for he's a mailman.
Hmm.
He never in his wildest dreams thought he was going to be putting together or managing or anything with
Right.
a group, a band, me. Um, but it's something that I've been passionate about my entire life. So anything that I would say, like, hey, like this is something I really genuinely want to do. My parents are gun ho about it. My mom's the bookkeeper, and she also handles merchandise. She's also my emotional support whenever I need it. My
Right.
brother is the person that he's the type of person that he's my biggest critic, but he also helps me get things done.
Hmm.
And he handles my social media and all of those outlets. He looks at the logistics of things. So it's a family affair for sure. And I say it because I know my brother's watching, my family's watching. So, um,
Definitely.
you know,
The last time I had you on my radio show, again your father was around there too, your brother as well. I mean, they were right there by your side as well, and it was great. It was great. Your father's a great guy. I didn't have the opportunity to speak much to him because the interview was with you, obviously, but he was very respectful, just the same way you are, and I'm sure your family as well. Like I said, they play a great part in your journey right now, and I'm sure they're going to continue to. So that's the best thing. You have support, from your family.
yeah,
So that's amazing, and you do it with class. When you're out there performing, I've seen a lot of your shows, videos, and everything. It's not just you don't go up there and make a fool of yourself. You keep it
yeah, I
professional,
try
and
not
that's
to.
yeah, exactly right. Sometimes it happens, but not in a bad way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's part of the human part. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people they see a lot of the musicians, a lot of the artists, and they're just like, which is great, and I love that.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, like I am a human being. I say a lot of like out of whack things, I guess, on stage because I've been told one time they're like, "Did you really just say?" I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm just on stage. Like that is
Yeah.
that's what comes out. So
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Whatever's on the top of your head, let's just blurt it on out. It's gonna. It's a
and
show,
it
right?
happens.
Yeah. Exactly. So, do you think your sound has evolved since your debut back in the day?
I want to say 100%. I think as artists, if I speak for myself, of course, I can't ever really speak on anybody else's journey. But me as an artist, from when I first started off, which I was about 18 or 19 years old. Sorry, my dog's
Oh, you're good. You're
saying.
good.
I was about 18 or 19 years old when I first started my Tejano journey.
Hmm.
When I was 14, that's when I really started professionally singing, but I was a track singer. So I didn't have my original music. I was singing covers. You know, and ultimately, if I look back at some of the music that I've recorded, if I look back at some of the recordings that I've done as a track singer,
Hmm.
me as a singer in general, like my voice has definitely changed. My music has also changed too in the last EP as well. And I think for the better. I think ultimately, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize, okay, that part of the CD was good. Let's try to elevate it with this, or let's try to change the lyrics up and make them more mature, more official.
Hmm.
Um, And I love being able to work with the songwriters that I do get to work with, because ultimately they're able to help me with that sound, with what I'm trying to accomplish, with the maturity of the growth. I think that I still got a lot of growing to do as a performer, as an artist, as a singer. And so I'm just hoping that it gets better as time goes on.
As time goes on, yes. If you guys are just joining us here on the show, share the live. We are live and streaming it live also as well on Tejano TV. So if you guys are tuned in over there, we appreciate you tuning into the show. I want to send a big shout out to Luis Garcia. He says, "Good evening, Monica. What's up? Watching the show."
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, Antonio Vega says that's the biggest support system is having your family. We were speaking about that earlier, so we're a little bit behind on the comments. But hey, great thing.
Okay.
Yes, Dave Montoya says here, Super Dave checking in. Saludos, Dave. Awesome. Mr. Juan Gonzalez also, saludos, Keith and Monica. Appreciate you, Juan. Thank you for tuning in. Lupe Longoria Munoz also says here, hope all is well, Keith and Monica. Much love from Lupe and Sunflower Rodriguez over at hottejano.com. Some great friends as well, man. Saludos. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the show. We got Monica here live on Tejano Time Podcast right now with, of course, I'm your host, Keith Liat. So thank you guys for joining us. So as a female artist, Monica, what challenges have you faced from day one till now? And have you overcome any of those challenges?
Where do I begin? I'm kidding.
I'm sure you have a few.
I mean, there's a couple of things, right? But I think a lot of the time when us female artists speak our minds, I talk a lot about this the last couple of years, as I've had my band for about 6 years now, ultimately. So it's been one of those things where before I had the band, nobody took it seriously, right? Nobody takes the track singers or the female track singers seriously, because you hardly ever really see the male artists out there really just doing it with the track. I started off in the Tejano Idol, which is a competition that they just brought back. The coalition in Austin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is great. It was definitely something that needed to happen for me. It definitely kept me humble in the critiques that I got, and really kept my head on, not just with my family support, but just in general. Like, you have to be able to take critiques from your colleagues, from people that actually have gone through the industry. And when I first started off, I had a lot of people trying to tell me who I was going to be, how I was going to dress, things that they expected me to be as a female artist, because that's what they've expected from past female artists, to dress a certain way, to act a certain way, to promote yourself a certain way. And of course, because I've had, my family with me, I never felt like I needed to do those things. I never felt like I needed to show skin. I never felt like I needed to be somebody that I wasn't. I've always been pretty much, if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you direct. That's just how I've been. That's been my upbringing. And I'm pretty straight shooter when it comes to those things. Sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes people expect you to be a little bit more sugarcoating or cutesy or whatever. And for me, I'm just like, well, the thing is that I'm going to be real with you 100%. 100%. Just like how I am with my family members, just how I am with my friends, just how I am with my students, and some people can deal and some people can't. And over the years, I've gained friendships because of it. I've also lost friendships because of it. Or, there's just many different things. As a female, people expect you to stay in your lane or stay in line. And for me, I'm just kind of like, well, my mentor was Shelly Lattes.
Yeah.
Is Shelly Lattes. Like, she didn't stay in the lane,
No. She'll be all over the place, and she's another one. She will definitely speak her mind. That's what I love about her. So I think we're going to get along just fine, Monica.
Right. Ultimately, because of her, at first, when I first came into the industry, I was always told, keep your opinions to yourself. You don't want people to think of you as this way. You don't want people to think of you as that way. When I met Shelly for the first time, that was at the Tejano Idol, and she was emceeing.
Right.
And she was like, hey, I didn't win it the first time I got there. I did it 2013, and I was runner up. And of course, when you don't win something, you're just kind of like, well, okay,
All
But
right.
she was like, come back and do this. You can do this. You have a great voice. You just need to mature it a little bit. And I was like, okay, sure. Shelly told me to come back. I've looked up to her my whole life. Came back in 2015, was just like, I'm ready to do this. And
Mhm.
from there, the career just kind of took off. And then
Mhm.
later on, I got to actually like work with her. And then on top of everything, I got to record with her, perform with her. But it took me a long time to get out of this mode of like, as a female, I have to be soft. As a female, I have to be compatible with everybody. I have to get everybody to like me. And in reality, people liked me because I didn't conform to other ways of thinking in this industry.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, amazing. Wow, great stuff. Great story right there. I didn't know that, and but yes, so she is correct on that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to, and you're going to lose friendships. You're going to lose all that, and some you're going to gain. But
yeah.
yes, sometimes you just have to say, tell them like just exactly how it is. Because there's some people out there, and they're stubborn. There's a lot of stubborn people out there. So trust me, I've been there, done that. I know. So yes, and yeah, great stuff right there. So let's see. Luis Garcia has a couple. I've got some more people tuned in right here. So Luis says here, "Hey Monica, I saw your picture of your tablet and notebook when you were watching your Memory Lane Choir days."
So that's part of my podcast called Witty Witty Banter. And I do it with my friend. Her name is Sylvia, but on the show, she goes by Paola. That's her middle name. And basically, we have a segment called Memory Lane. And
Hmm.
so just to kind of like show people like, hey, like I actually do like tune into my own show, I posted it out there. So I'm glad you got to like watch it, hopefully.
Hopefully
uh,
you got to watch it there, Luis. Yes. Mr. Jesse Villarreal, the songwriter right there, and Tejano artist también.
Yay!
Saludos.
Hi,
Jesse's watching the
Jesse.
show. Another
Yes,
great
he's
guy.
written a lot of, well, he's written a few songs for me, and the biggest one that I got to perform, record, was Soy Más Fuerte. So he's the one behind
Yes.
Soy Más Fuerte, and I really appreciate him for that song.
Yes, definitely did very well for you, and it was well, and then flipped it over and did a cumbia with it as well, huh? From
Yeah,
the yeah,
yeah, I
definitely
got to
right
do
there.
that with my in-house band.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people don't realize some of the recordings that you hear, there are a lot of guest musicians that get to be a part of that. And
Yeah.
not a lot of times do I get to record with my band because we're just in a hurry and we're trying to get things going. So Soy Más Fuerte Cumbia was the song that my actual band members got to be a part of.
Wow. Wow. Great, great stuff right there. West Texas Tejano Explosion is in there in the house. So saludos to everyone. Saludos.
Hi.
And we also got the guys from Puro Pedo Talk Show checking us out as well. Saludos,
Nice.
guys. Para Mark and Chino. And we also got, let's see, well, Jesse also said right here, Monica, best vocals in the industry.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate
great,
that.
great, great voice. She's got just amazing. Moniquita is also saludos from Houston, Texas. She's here locally. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. We appreciate you. Danny Noyola, saludos, Monica. Mingo Saldivar and Keith Leal. Mingo. What is he saying?
I think a lot of people think that we're related. There's no
Okay.
relation between me and Mingo, but
Oh yeah.
it's all good.
It's all good. Yes. Alma and Danny Noyola there from Corpus Christi, Texas. Some other great fans right
Oh,
there. The
okay.
guys always checking out the show as well. Great people. Saludos, Danny. He's got his own show también there on Sundays as well. So he's got his
Oh,
podcast. So great deal. All right. So tell me a little bit about the you have a couple of songs. Well, you got your new song, your new single that's out that's doing very very well for you, which is probably I think your latest Para qué, right? It's your latest single.
that
Other
one was
than
recent.
the yeah
Other than
other
the other one, yeah.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say I know you have another one now, but you did some with Diosas and Texas Tell me a little bit about that song. That was a production you did with a lot of talent on there. You had Las Phoenix was on there. You had Zelene, yourself, Beatriz Gonzalez, if I'm not mistaken, and another. I don't have the name right now. I think I got it.
Yasavi.
Yes, there
Yasavi.
you go. There you go. Yeah. So tell
Yes.
me a little bit about that project.
It was very fun. I was asked by Carlos Alvarez as well as Azteca Records if I wanted to be a part of something they were putting together with different artists all around Texas. And of course, I was like, absolutely. I have a lot of respect for Azteca Records, and of course, with Carlos Alvarez, he's the one that also helped me with Para Que and the EP that I just released, Tres. So I was like, absolutely, I would love to be a part of it. It's an honor to even be asked to be a part of the conversation in general. And I got to record a cover of one of the most amazing. I mean, Juan Gabriel has amazing songs. There's nobody that can ever sit there and say like anything different, And so there's a lot of love and appreciation for the fact that I got to do a cover and to do it in the style that I did. So Ya lo sé que tú te vas is the song. And it's been going really, really good. A lot of people are still listening to it. I think we released it back in May, but we're releasing it now as a single. And it's been fun. It's been fun, getting to really talk to the girls and promote each other and lift each other up. I'm all about girl empowerment. I mean, if you've seen any of the other projects that I've been a part of with Shelly, Tony de la Paz, Demi Garcia, that was one of the, women empowerment movements that we had. And then, there was another one that we came all together with Geneva. And it's been fun. The journey of being a female, uplifting other females, and being a part of this one was definitely something that I cherish a lot.
Yes, and the one with Geneva también as well. I had the name on the tip of my tongue, but it was a great project, and it was involved with a lot. I mean, you had a lot of women, a lot of talented women out there in the industry as well. I'm sure that it'll come to me before the end of the show.
Tejanos Unidas.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great project. And, I've talked to her several times about it as well. But yes, amazing things right there. If y'all haven't checked that out, I believe there's a video, if I'm not mistaken, up on YouTube and whatnot. Check that out, look it up. And I'm sure Geneva's probably got it on her page as well. So definitely check that out. But let's play the video. Let's go ahead and take the video for everybody that's tuned in. We're going to pop it on here right quick so you guys can take a listen to it. This one is available again on all digital platforms, guys, right here. You look for it, it's already there. Your favorite platform search, Diosas in Texas and whatnot. The song Yo lo sé que tú te vas, right? So check it out. Right here's the video, and we'll be right back here on Tejano Time Podcast. Let me get that video for everybody out there, and just hang tight, and we'll be right back.
Hoy me he despertado con mucha tristeza, sabiendo que mañana ya te vas de mí. Te juro mi vida que pensando en lo nuestro me pasé la noche casi sin dormir. Ya lo sé que tú te vas, que quizás no volverás, que muy triste soy serán mis mañanas si te vas. ¿Hasta cuándo volverás a mis brazos? No lo sé. Será una eternidad. Creo que te voy a perder. Ya lo sé, mi amor, que te vas, que ha llegado la hora amor. Adiós, amor.
Great production right there. It was an awesome video, man. So it's everybody out there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. Everybody that's chiming in, we got quite a few people actually watching. On the on our Facebook channel. Let me send some shout outs. I hope they don't get off. Oh, no, Rita Capuchina as well, man. Another artist there in the industry is taking a look at the show as well. Saludos, Rita. Sabrina Hernandez. Sandra Madrano, Carlos P. Garcia, another amazing artist right there as well. Norma Salazar. We also have Mr. Ricky Duran is tuned in. Saludos, Ricky. Juan P. Moreno is also watching the show. Saludos, Juan. Thank you for tuning in to Tejano Time, buddy. And so we got Felipe Gomez as well. Saludos. Thank you.
Hey, Felipe.
Yes, so a lot of great people watching on one of our channels there on our Facebook page there. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Share the live, guys. Might as well do it while you're on there, right? So thank you guys for tuning in. Monica is my guest tonight, and we're talking a little bit about her projects that she's got going on right now, and she also has Tres, which is another your EP that just was released a while back, and it's very, very great. A lot of great music on that EP as well. And we're going to get to another song called Para Qué, which is doing very well on radio right now. And it's just amazing. It's another amazing song. Great. And I want you guys to let us know actually what you do think. Okay. So
Yes.
let's see. Beautiful song that's coming from Josie Zamora. She did love that right
Thank
there.
you so much.
Yes. Bravo, Monica Saldivar from Danny. Loves it. Amazing.
Thank you.
What a great, beautiful talent always that's coming from Luis Garcia as well. So yes, guys, thank you so much. Wow, that was a good, beautiful news song. Let me put Luis's up there as well. I want to leave that one out. Yeah. So great stuff, great music. And we got some more questions here from Monica. If you guys want to know something, feel free to drop a comment there in the box. So Monica, any collaborations or anything, any future collaborations on the horizon that you want to tease or talk about? Or you
As of right now, I don't have anything in the books just yet. Doesn't mean that I don't want to, because there are a few people that have asked questions, have reached out, and I'm always open to collaborations. I'm definitely one of those people that, a collaboration is a beautiful thing, regardless of how it looks, how it sounds, whatever it may be. I typically try to kind of take the same initiative as Shelly does, because she definitely was given the title Queen of Collaborations, and that's definitely what she did.
Yeah.
So I try to keep that same mindset. I'm very open to the possibility of collaborations. There are a few people that I think about when I think about collaborating, and then of course there are some people that I definitely would love to collaborate at some point. But yes, I'm very much available and open for collaborations. As far as anything in the works just yet, not just yet. So y'all got to stay tuned for that part.
Yeah, yes, definitely stay tuned. We'll get to her Facebook handles and all that stuff. If you're not following her, we'll get to that, so where you guys can give her a follow on her social media sites. That is all right. Ricky Duran says Monica has shown class in the industry. Yes, that is.
Thank you so much.
I mean, 100%. She's keeping it real, and she's very classy. And I told her that at the beginning of the show. Yes. Definitely. So appreciate that, Brother Rick. And, Monica, how do you stay driven, in this competitive industry? There's so much talent, and there's a lot of upcoming artists and all that. What keeps you going aside to all that?
Ultimately, my passion for the music is, and I've always said it from the very beginning, I want to make people feel something. I create music because I want somebody to, and I've had people come up to me at my shows and said, this song connects with me so well. I went through a breakup, or my mom went through this, or my dad went through this. And I ultimately want to be music for people to feel. I think it's super important that in our culture too, which is it's getting a little bit better as we get older with the newer generations, appropriating, showing emotions, and really talking about those things.
Hmm.
Um, I want people to feel, and I want them to feel loudly. And if my music can do that for other people, then, you know, I make music that I connect to, whether it be somebody else's story that I'm, putting the words to or putting the music to, or if it's my very own with heartbreak, with love, with loss, with, any kind of empowerment. That's my passion. That is my goal in life. I thank God every day. I definitely believe that this gift was given to me. It wasn't necessarily handed down or I inherited it, because my parents will tell you they don't sing. um, and my brother is the same way too. He's like, yeah, you got it from somewhere. It wasn't us. So
Hmm.
I do think it was something that was given to me, that was a blessing. And so ultimately, I try to use that blessing to give back to people in a way that I can, which is, creating in that
Right.
specific aspect.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. There you go. Good stuff. And I want to share this as well with you from Rick right quick. And we also have from Mary as well. But Rick says here, it says, shown hard work, focus, discipline, and no shortcuts. Stay on the grind. Results has been success, So definitely.
Thank you.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Mary
It's been
Garcia.
hard.
Yes. Arlington is in the house. Mary Garcia from Arlington.
All
Greetings from Arlington.
right.
Saludos, Mary. Thank you for tuning into the show. And yeah, so everybody that's watching around Facebook and YouTube as well, and also on Tejano Time. Well, not Tejano Time, Tejano TV. So if you guys are watching there as well, thank you. Appreciate you guys. All right. So what has been the most memorable performance of your career so far in the music industry? I know you have done quite a few, or not quite a few, but several. Not just for the Mavs. You've done a national anthem there for the Mavs, but a couple of times. I would say, I'm not sure how many to be exact, but a lot of the sporting. I don't know if you did anything for the Stars. Have you done anything for the Dallas Stars yet as well?
Yeah, within the
Yes.
last 2 years, I've gotten to do stars. My band and I've actually gotten to perform at the Hispanic Heritage Nights the last couple
Hmm.
of years, which we're doing again this year in March. So this will
Hmm.
be, I believe, our fourth year. Um,
Wow.
so the national anthems are something that are super important to me. I've gotten to do them for the Mavs mostly, but I've done a couple of Texas Rangers games. Dallas Stars is definitely something that's newer. FC Dallas. I'm waiting for the Cowboys to call me at some
Yeah.
point, but it's just,
I was
but
just going
it's
to say that,
okay.
but no, but you just with the Mavs and the Stars, I mean, that's just a great accomplishment as well. I mean, it's amazing, and I would say that those are some of the highlights that you have. I'm sure you have many others, that you've whether it be a special performance or something that was a special moment that a fan caught your attention or whatnot. I'm sure there's anything, or there's a lot of stuff out there that you deal with when you're out there on performing on stage, or maybe after the fact when you get out and meet the fans and whatnot. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
memorable things that go through a lot of these artists out there that don't get recognized, that nobody talks about. There's a lot of things that
Right.
happen. Yes, definitely. But I do want to give you credit for that, for all the things that you do there for the community in your hometown there of Dallas. From singing the national anthem there with the Stars and the Dallas Mavericks and whatnot. I mean, that's something you should always be proud of, and I'm sure that's one of your number ones or two. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, mostly, it's one of those things too, because I do a lot of things for the city of Grand Prairie, because
Hmm. That's your
that's my hometown. But
hometown.
Dallas,
Yes.
I definitely do represent. I try to represent D-Town as much as possible.
Hmm. Yeah.
But one of the things that was super memorable for me, um, and I've actually recently just talked about it because there's pictures that kind of resurfaced for me, and I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
I was a freshman in college and really was trying to figure out where my career was going to go, right? Because
Hmm.
this was before the single, this was before the Hano Idol, this was before all of it. It was
Hmm.
right before. And I got to sing the national anthem for the 50th memorial of John F. Kennedy's assassination in Dallas. And it
Okay.
was a really, really big event. I think there was about 3,000 people in attendance, including my family members, which was not easy to get. That was something that was very, very difficult. But for me, it was super memorable and honorable because of the fact that the city had many different people that they could have choose from.
Right.
But they chose me, you know? And JFK is one of the presidents that me and my dad's a history person. He's a very big historian person. And that's what he loved to do, was study presidents. But JFK was the one we like to study together because it happened in, Dallas.
Yeah.
And so being able to sing the national anthem as young as I was, which I was just coming out of high school, going into college, singing in front of that many people, as well as like worldwide press. It was on like national news. And to me, that wasn't the most important part, but just the fact that I got me, a Mexican American Latina, getting to sing something as inaugurable as the national anthem for a president that did a lot for minorities during his time of presidency. Like that, to me, I was like,
Wow.
I've had many performances where I was just like, is this really happening? I've had many performances with other artists that I'm like, I'm still shaking to this day. Like I still get goosebumps about, because I'm like, I can't believe I actually did it and succeeded, But something that will always stick with me was the fact that my grandparents, who are still alive on my dad's side, were there to see me do the national anthem for the president that when they were younger, they had a love for too.
Wow. Yeah, I would say that has to top everything right now that we just spoke about. So yes, that has to be one of the best things there, right there. One great memory for sure. There's no doubt right there. And I'm sure, like I said, she's got plenty of them, but that one right there probably tops it. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, well, congratulations on all your accomplishments that you have so far. I know and again, it's just a beginning, I'm sure you're going to have more to come. There's no doubt about that. Yes. Joaquin Chavez says hello, Keith and Monica. Joaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys tuned in. Saludos. Thank you for tuning in, Joaquin. Appreciate you.
Hey.
Definitely. So right now, what fuels your energy when you're out there performing on stage?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Not to say that there isn't like one, I mean, there is certain things that really get me. I'm one of those people that are really open about their anxiety. I have very, very bad anxiety. I'll have people ask me like, you don't get nervous? I'm like, yes. Ultimately, the fans. I know that's a very cliche answer. I know that everybody will say that, but it's true. I only get to do what I get to do because the people show up.
Right.
I only get to sing and record and perform because the people listen and really, really want to be there and really want to dance and really want to just like hone in on the lyrics. So it really, at the end of the day, what drives me to do what I get to do is all of y'all, the people support. Obviously, my band members are my brothers, and they know that there are times when I'm not 100%, but they also are like, you know what, you got this, you're fine. It's the fans for sure at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you have a great talented band as well. Give me a rundown of your bandmates that you have there. You have very, very, very professional, very tight band.
It's like an orchestra right now.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I was
so
going to say.
many people. Well, I do want to give a big shout out to our conga player who isn't with us right now. He is recovering from a stroke right now. So I do want to give a shout out to Jesse Fonseca and his family because he is my comfort person on stage. And when I don't see him, it's kind of hard. But definitely Jesse Fonseca is our percussion. Les Martinez is our double guitar professional. Augie Falcone is our bass player. Mike Sanchez is our saxophone player. Our newest drummer, Eric Griego, he is awesome. And Eric E-Rock Avalos is our keyboard player.
Keyboard player, yes.
And then I do have my backup vocalist, my sound guy, my accordion guy, Tito Gonzalez. I wouldn't be able to do what I get to do because, we put on a show and I'm so blessed to have these guys, ultimately.
Yes. Very, very talented guys right there. You named them all for everyone out there. But yes. Very, very. Right?
I was like, wait a second, I gotta make sure because I'm gonna get in the group chat. They're gonna be like, really?
Really? Right. What about me? I thought I was. I thought I was right. La Jolla Promotions tuned into the show. Hi, Keith. Hi, Monica. Saludos, La Jolla.
Hi.
Monica says, what challenges have you faced as a female Tejano artist with your music? With your music, I think it's a different question. So I guess the one I had asked earlier. Well, I'm sure you have an answer for that.
With the music part, it's mostly, honestly, I wouldn't necessarily say the music part has ever really been the hard part.
Yeah.
I've been very blessed to work with the producers, the songwriters that I've gotten to work with over the years. And thankfully they've all believed in me, and they believed in the fact that, this was something I was passionate in. This wasn't something that was short-termed or anything like that. So when it comes to the music and like the professionalism in that, it's been really good. Now in the industry and as a person, that's a whole different story, but and not to hate on the music industry to begin with. I think it's just really hard as a female in any genre that you get into. Mm-hmm. There's just so much expectation and so much, thinking how you should be rather than really seeing the human behind the situation. So I think it's more that than anything.
True. Very, very, very true. Yes. And I hope that answers your question there, Mary. Saludos, Keith and Monica from West Texas says hola. Dimas Garcia.
Hi.
Saludos. Thank you for tuning into the show. Well, we're going to play another video right quick because we're running short on time, but nevertheless, we're definitely going to finish the interview here in just a bit. But we want to share another song with you guys. We just got through talking about her EP, Tres, which also includes Para Qué, which is doing very, very well on the airwaves, and other songs as well that she's got on the EP. So if you guys haven't, checked it out, again, it's available on all digital platforms también. Go out there and add it to your playlist. You have your favorite. Go out there and search Monica Saldivar. She's got other great songs on there as well, and add them to your playlist while you can, and as to take them on the go with you. All right. So we're going to play this one quick video right quick, and then we'll be right back here on Tejano Time Podcast. So stay tuned. Check this one out. This is another great one, guys.
Me fuiste sin darme ningún aviso. ¿Qué le digo al corazón? ¿Cómo le explico? Que no fue suficiente esta vez. En el juego del amor tocó perder. Que por darlo todo me quedé sin nada. Solo se quedó tu olor aquí en la cama. Me hace mal no ver tu cuerpo en las mañanas. Yo pensé que como yo también me amabas. Dime para qué me enamoraste
That was the latest that she's got. Well, she's got other songs on that EP, but Para Que right now, that was the video that she's got. So, again, congratulations on all your accomplishments, Monica. Some great stuff, great music. We couldn't ask for more. We wish you continued success, that you got all the things that you've got accomplished right now. We wish you the best for more to come, in the future. Obviously, you have a lot, of things waiting. I'm sure you have a lot of things that you want to attack, a lot of things that you want to do, collaborations you want to do, but that's still, like I said, it's all coming up in the future. So, guys, she's going to give you the handles right now where you can follow her on her social media site, so that way you can keep up with all the latest and things that are going on with Monica and her band and whatnot, and performance wise. But first, before we go to the handles, do you have any performances scheduled in the near future?
As of right now, the only performance that we have is in Grand Prairie at Epic Central. It's their Flow-A-Palooza. If you're out there in the DFW area, we're going to be there October 20th at 5 p.m. Come check it out. I mean, that area has been growing so much. I love that for my city. There's a lot of different things going on out there. So definitely come out on Sunday. And, hopefully towards the end of the year or towards the beginning of the year, there's going to be some new stuff that I can tell y'all all about, but I got to stay hush hush for right now.
For right now, yes.
Just for right now, and then.
So there is some stuff in the works, guys. So, stay tuned for that. And where can they follow you? What social media handles do you have, or what platforms do you have, or you're active on, should I say? I know your brother handles a lot of those accounts for you and whatnot, but I'm sure you're active whenever you have the opportunity.
Oh yeah. No, I try to make sure everybody's in the loop of everything. So the easiest way would be monicasaldivar.com. That is where you can find everything from the videos, from the music, the merch, everything like that. But I am on TikTok, I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram. All of that's going to be Monica Saldivar Music. You can find all of my music on all digital platforms. And I also have a podcast as well, Witty Witty Banter. You can find that on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We typically release episodes every Thursday at 7 p.m. Just so that y'all know, it's something that we're definitely trying out. My friend and I, Paola, I'm going to shout her again.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. I got to check that show out. Here whenever I get an opportunity, I'll definitely follow the page. So where can we? When has it started yet, your podcast, or is it something you're still taping? Yeah.
So I think we've actually hit 11 episodes, 12 episodes. I'm not too sure, but we've been doing this for quite some time. I think we started it back in July, and we open up because she's a performer as well. She does cumbia. And she's from the DFW area as well. And we talk about life. We talk about experiences that we've experienced with different industries. We've talked about spicy takes on what we think what's going on with the world right now. So all the different trending topics that are going on. And ultimately, we share our stories and our experiences. We're both Mexican-American Latinas. I grew up one way, which was a little bit more Americanized. She grew up completely the opposite, where she spoke Spanish in the home and grew up with the culture. So two sides of the same coin is basically how we come about it together.
Wow. And we can look it up on YouTube right now. So if you guys are interested, definitely look it up on YouTube. The episodes are, like you said, she's about 11 or 12 episodes in. So yeah, we'll look it up. Definitely. I would like to check that out and see it. I wish you guys best of luck with that as well. There's a lot of that stuff happening right now. So for sure. A big shout out to Rick Valderrama, también saludos, who's tuned in. Mr. Rick.
Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, Rick. And Albert Miranda says, before we go, a fantastic video on the song, their official song. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And he gives some claps right there for you. Yes, so he's watching over on the YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the show tonight. My guest once again here was Monica for the very first time here on the podcast. Man, it was a great one. We got some information, not some information, some questions that we had for her, and definitely. Let's see, Harlingen. Let's one more shout out for well, first, you guys, we posted this up here earlier, monicasaldivar.com. You can also look her up there as well. So definitely go out there and check it out. You can follow. Do you have a merch site there as well on your your
Yeah,
site?
so on the website, it should be on there, but if it's not on there, it's monicasaldivar.square.site. So that's the T-shirts, that's the CDs. We do give 3 posters with each purchase. So, and they are all hand signed by myself. So,
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Go out there and get you guys something. All right, look it up. It says here, Luis Cavazos says, "Hello, Monica. Congratulations. Awesome song and video. So proud of you. Saludos a la prima." It says from Harlingen here, Harlingen, Texas. All right, there you go.
thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you.
Yes, a lot of great folks tuned into the show tonight that have tuned in, and we appreciate you guys for watching and share it while you can, right? And everybody on Tejano TV as well, thank you so much. Her music, again, like she mentioned earlier, is available on all digital platforms, so we encourage you guys to go out there and stream it. Add it to your playlist as well, okay, guys? Look it all up. It's a lot of great stuff right there for you guys to do. So one more question for you before we let you go, Monica. So how do you hope to empower young women in Tejano music?
I hope that through me and through the journeys that I've had, that they look at that and they come and they ask for advice. If I can give it to them, I want to be there for them. I would have wanted somebody, earlier on, obviously, I had my people and I had people that were there for me to kind of boost me in the right direction, and thank God for that. But I also want to be that support system for some of the females that are coming up, because I want them to know that there's many ways of getting to the industry, not cutting corners, not feeling like you have to look a certain way, be a certain way, feel a certain way. I want you to know that, at the end of the day, the hard work is going to pay off. There was a time in my music career where I thought I wasn't going to go anywhere. It wasn't going to be anything. I wasn't going to really be able to do what I'm doing now. And by the grace of God and my family and my support system, which they are included in that, we're here, and it's not over. The journey isn't over. I do have a lot of accomplishments that I want to accomplish. I do have goals in my life. And, the journey never stops. You never stop growing. Just keep going. Don't let anybody take it away from you if you know that that's the one thing you really, truly want.
There you go. Some great advice for all the youngsters out there. Anybody out there that's wanting to get into the industry, you're already there, and people are telling you no. This, like she said, if you want it, you chase it, go for it. She's like I said, when she started, Monica started, she was a track artist. And a lot of people don't give a lot of credit to track artists, though. But look at her now. She's got a full band. She's got a lot of great things happening with her. We've talked about many of those during the show, so you guys can go back and check it out. So, yeah, she's got a lot of things. I mean, it's a long journey. I mean, it has been for her. And she's not done. Like she said, she's got a lot more accomplishments that she wants to accomplish. So, yeah, definitely. So we wish you the best of luck, continued success, Monica, in the future. Anything that you have in front of you, attack it well. I'm sure you would just do that. Say hello to the fam for me as well, and to your mom and dad and your brother and all. So you guys just, again, hope to see you guys very, very soon on the stage out there and somewhere around the state of Texas. So yes, so again, we appreciate you taking the time, Monica, for joining us here on the show tonight.
Thank you so much for having me, and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you're doing well, and continued success on your podcast and everything you got ahead of you.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have a blessed night, and we'll talk to you very, very soon.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.